All right, guys, so I got an interesting question for y'all today. I've made this video before, but I'm just gonna making it again. So the question is, would you give up training permanently if you were offered $10 million? So $10 million in your wallet, but basically you can never work out again. I mean, you can do basics, you can do like walking, push-ups, just basic shit, but you can never train intentionally with weights or anything that's your specific training preferred ever again. Like you can never powerlift again, you can never bodybuild again. You can do enough just to stay in shape, but you can like never exercise seriously and intentionally again. Would you do it for $10 million? Now that's a lot of money. You could buy just about anything you want for $10 million. You'd be set for life. But me personally, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't give up all the deadlift PRs, all the bench press PRs, all the stuff I've worked for, all the great moments I've had training, not for $10 million. It would not be worth it to me, guys. And like, that's a question you got to ask yourself. Like, how much does training mean to you? How valuable is it to you? Would you never train again for $10 million? You know, sure, you could buy a big mansion, you could buy some nice cars, you could have a pool, you could, buy basically whatever you want for $10 million, but it means you can never set a PR for the rest of your life. So the question I ask you is like, how much does your training mean to you? How valuable is it? Because for me, it's honestly worth more than $10 million, honest to God. It is. Training has given me so much happiness, so much fulfillment, so many dopamine rushes from hitting these PRs and stuff. And I know probably the average person would definitely pick the $10 million. Like 90 to 99% of the population would easily choose $10 million over just being able to lift weights or run or do body weight, calisthenics, whatever the case may be. The average person, training is probably not that big a part of their life. But to me, it's a huge part of my life. So it's a question you got to ask yourself, would you give up training for $10 million? I know for sure I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't say that to like brag and say, oh, I'm so dedicated, but I honestly wouldn't, guys. Because training means so much to me. It's like a huge part of my life. I wouldn't, that's like, say trading $10 million for never lifting it, that's like selling your soul, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you get some money, but you can't follow your freaking passion. So I would not do it, guys. And ask yourself that question because, a lot of people in training, maybe they're just trying to get the workout done with, you know what I mean? They just want the results. They just want the destination, but they're not enjoying the journey, you know what I mean? Like, you got to enjoy the journey too. You got to live in the moment. You got to embrace the moment and be 100% locked in the moment while you're lifting. And don't just be like, oh, I'm going to walk on the treadmill for 30 minutes just so I can lose some weight, but I'm not going to enjoy the process. You got to enjoy the process too and live in the moment. So yeah, just rambling a bit about this, guys. Just, would you give up training for $10 million? I know I wouldn't, because I'd rather be in a fucking grungy, dirty basement listening to Metallica, hitting 495 for 15 on a deadlift, and sitting on my ass on a couch in a big mansion watching movies doing nothing with my life. But that's just me, guys, you know what I mean? Like, I live for the intensity, the pain, the thrill of lifting big weights. It's what I do. It's what I live for. And I wouldn't choose the easy route of just slouching back on the couch, living it up on Easy Street, even if that option was offered to me. I would, if someone knocked at my door right now and said, hey man, $10 million, but you can never deadlift again, you can never bench press again, you can never squat again, you can never run again, you can never do push-ups again. Like, no, hell no. I would not take that money because I live for training, guys. That's what I fucking live for. I'm going to be doing it for the rest of my life unless I have a super debilitating injury, which I've had a few injuries before, but nothing that took me out of the game completely. But yeah, I'm going to be doing this for the rest of my life, guys. Health is wealth. Lifting keeps you young. I'm 29 years old right now, but probably look more like 23. Because I lift, because I stay in great shape and lift 6-7 days a week. 6-7, you know what I mean? But honestly, guys, I do train just about close to every day per week. So yeah, guys, that's the video for today. Just ask yourself the question, how much does training mean to you? Would you give it up for $10 million? Or would you say, no, you can keep your money, I'm going to keep training? Because I know what I would do. I would keep training easily, guys. Because I want to hit a 675 deadlift, a 700 deadlift, a 750 deadlift, maybe even eventually an 800 deadlift. 335 bench press, 365 bench press, maybe 405 bench press one of these days. So yeah, I want to keep doing it for the rest of my life, and I'm going to keep doing it for the rest of my life. So I hope you guys would choose training, but I know most of you guys wouldn't. I know most of you guys would take the money, but I would pick the training because I live for the intensity of training, not just, you know, living it up on Easy Street with a big mansion and a big leather couch and watching TV all day or whatever, you know, or swimming in the pool. So yeah, guys, that's the video for today. Have a great day. God bless.